You
No,
have to start now.
I can
Yeah.
start.
You can
Yeah.
start.
Oh my god. ரொம்ப prompt very happy meeting-ஆ இருக்கு. Just 1 second. So I want everyone to go on mute. ஏன்னா லாஸ்ட் டைமே நிறைய ஆடியோ டிஸ்டர்பன்ஸ் இருந்துச்சு. Is it possible? Okay, so I will turn off my camera and I will present. Yes. So should I wait for a minute or can we start?
Abhi, can you wait for 1 more minute, Abhi? I think what 2 more students has to join.
No problem. I'll wait.
Yeah. Abhi, now we can start the session, Abhi.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Hi everyone. So today we are going to continue the story, but a quick recap. So we saw about Abhi and all the planets, how they started with an adventure of going to find the last one, that is Pluto. Correct? So what happened in the last time? So we went and met Pluto, and Pluto said, how do you compare me and big Jupiter? Is that Jupiter entered the scene and said, did you just call me big and fat? Immediately on that tonight, it became a breaking news. So in Galaxy News, they were featuring about, is Jupiter really fat? So what happened after that? So is Jupiter really fat? So we are going to find out today in Is Jupiter Fat? So we start from where we left the last time. So when Pluto said he meant as big Jupiter, and suddenly Jupiter came and said, is he fat? For which Mars answered, Jupiter, he didn't mean fat, he meant big. For which he said, yeah, whatever, you guys don't know half the things I do. For which Mars said, we do know, guys, don't we all know the good things that Jupiter does? For which I said, yeah, we do, we know everything. Abhi, do we? My very smart companion Moon always doubts me. So he says, do we? Say Jupiter got very bored. He said, no point explaining to you guys. Then bye, I'm leaving. I'll see you next day. So he left. So the very next day, back at Abhi's home, he was walking around from here and there, and he said hi. And again, Moon was very mischievous. He only jumps through the window. So he came in, jumped through the window, and he asked, "What happened today? Why are you jumping again?" So for which Moon said, "Abhi, I thought you saw the news yesterday. I didn't know that Jupiter was so good-hearted." I was like, "I didn't see the news. Wait, maybe I can see the news in the laptop now." So they went and opened the laptop, and they saw in the news that Jupiter is not only big, it is the fastest rotating, protects the terrestrial planets like Mars and Earth. All this fun fact, it was being told in the news. I turned off the laptop and I asked Moon, "Hey Moon, Jupiter protects Mars and Earth. Do you know this?" Moon was like, "He already says only one thing. He always says yes to me. No, Mars and Earth, as far as I know, are pretty safe. They are quite near us, and I don't see any point of being saved by Jupiter." So okay, let's go ask Earth. Maybe he knows better about it. So they both agreed to it, and they left from their home. So they went to Earth. Just opposite to Abhi's home is Earth, and they went there, and no Earth was there. I think he must have left home and he has gone for some other job. So he said, maybe we have to go and meet Mars. So they both agreed on it and they went to Mars. Surprise, surprise, they started walking to Mars's home, and there they saw Mars looking through the telescope. He was very happily looking at something. I got excited and I said, "Hey Mars." He said, "Hey Abhi, what's up?" So, "Wow Mars, you have a telescope." And we both got excited and we asked, "Yeah buddy, I am looking at Galilean moons," said Mars. "Oh, moons? Oh, what are those? Are they my cousins?" asked the moon. For which I said, "Haha, if you can call them so. They were found by Galileo Galilei. He's a very famous astronomer who lived in 1609, that is around 450 years ago. And these are all the moons that he found. They are Io, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto. So, whoa, that's awesome. So Mars, can you tell us more about Jupiter?" So he said, "Oh yeah, sure. What would you like to know?" For which we told, "Tell us everything. Yeah, everything about Jupiter. Just tell us and we will listen to it." Okay, he started telling the story. Okay, once upon a time, as if he started telling a story. Yes, someone wants to interrupt? Okay. So he went back in time. So now Jupiter is in a racetrack. It is like a school sports day, and he entered the scene and the coach said, "Okay Jupiter, show us what you got." So he came onto the front of the racetrack and he suddenly started spinning. He span very fast and he got the golden cup because nobody was there to beat him in the spinning competition. Next day, he went to the gym. And he was wondering what to do because there were a lot of cool things to do. But suddenly, everything around him started coming closer. Then he realized, "Oh no, I am very magnetic." So Jupiter was highly magnetic, super magnet. It started attracting all the iron things around him on the gym. The next day, while he was walking, there was an asteroid which came and hit him and it floated away. Jupiter said, "Don't trouble with me, asteroid. I will toss you into deep space." It was like very far away, so far away that it is called deep space. And the asteroid said, "Oh no, I'm leaving. Bye." And it left. So asteroids bouncing Jupiter. Then what made this? So once it started tossing all the asteroids, it became a belt. So there was Sun in the middle, Mercury next to it, then is Venus, then is Earth, then it's Mars, then there is a chunk of all the asteroids that was tossed by the Jupiter, and then finally Jupiter. So what happens when you start rotating? So they all started rotating after the sun in the middle, and you can see that Jupiter is controlling them from going out of control. So all the 4 planets, Mercury runs the fastest, followed by Venus, Earth and Mars and asteroid, and they all keep rotating in harmony, one after like la 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 la, they all go around. So after knowing all about this, then Abhi said, wow, that's so cool. Well, that's just one of the many cool things about Jupiter, said Mars. We were worried about the galaxy news that came last night. Relax guys, after that Pluto and I spoke for a long time, meaning Pluto and Mars stayed back at the home and they spoke for a very long time, and he was completely chill. They are both good friends now, that is Jupiter and Pluto. And the question next came, would you like to try my telescope? Asked the Mars, for which I was very happy. Yes, definitely, take me near the telescope. So they both joined and they went near the telescope, and moon was very short, so he started seeing the telescope first. So he pointed the telescope, and next came in the view Jupiter. So Jupiter had this big red spot in the middle, and above it were all the bands and colors of Jupiter's clouds. The next thing, Mars, I see 2 asteroids very close to us. What was he seeing? These were the 2 asteroids that moon was seeing, and he had a question. Are they going to hit us? You said that it will be tossed by Jupiter, right? Then how come this is very close to us? So that is the next question. Is Mars going to be hit by asteroids? So we are going to find out in the next episode. Is Mars safe from asteroids? So what did we see today? So again, coming to the family, Sun, first planet is Mercury, next is Venus, third is Earth, followed by his scooty small friend Moon, next is Mars, next we have asteroid belt, next is Jupiter, sixth is Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, cold friend, very cold all the time, and then last it's Pluto. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto. So I told you about all the things that was very close to the Sun, which are called terrestrial planets, and I showed you how it rotates. So this is Earth, this is the Moon, this is the Mars. These are called terrestrial planets, including Venus and Mercury. So next we have Jupiter. So Jupiter has not just 4 moons, it has approximately around 28 moons, and the famous ones are called Io, Ganymede, Europa and Callisto. So this is Jupiter. It's so massive, it can contain more than 1000 Earths inside when you put it one after the other. If you open it on the top and you start filling in, there will be 1000 moons inside. So these are the 2 moons of Jupiter, the Io and Europa. They are approximately the size of our moon but slightly bigger. So every day they have day and night. So one time it is very dark, another time it is very bright. So the other two moons, they are very slow moons, they rotate very slow. See, very slow. This is very fast. It's just 1.7 days quickly rotating around the Jupiter. But here it is very slow. It takes around 7 days to 16 days. So that's all about Jupiter. So we are going to see, is Mars going to be hit by asteroids next week? Okay. Done for the day story.
It was very small.
It's very small.
Children, do you have any question?
She feels the story is very small, it seems.
No. If we had traveled all the way to Pluto, it is a very long story. Today it's a very short story because Mars and Jupiter is very nearby. You can jump from here to there. Understanding that it will take around 7 to 8 years to reach Jupiter.
Okay. Anybody has any questions? No? Okay.
Yes or no?
Okay, how was the class? This or this?
Yay.
Good
1, 2,
night.
3, 4, 5.
Nice, ma'am.
Oh, why was it very bad, very short, very bad? Who wants to say this? Okay.
Okay, why don't you ask one or two questions? Simple ones.
Yeah. Who can tell me the names of the 4 moons of Jupiter?
Moon, moons, in
Anyone?
Io.
Io, good.
Yeah.
Ganymede, okay, Ganymede. Europa, very good.
Jupiter.
Jupiter is a planet, not its moon.
What star?
There are around 28, so it is Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. So someone missed Callisto. No problem. We'll take care of it the next time. So, do you happen to know what are the names of Mars's moons? Mars also has moons.
yeah,
Okay.
Deimos and Phobos.
Very good, very good. Deimos and Phobos. How do they look like? What are the shape of Deimos and Phobos?
Kind of like peanut and a potato.
Yes. It looks like a peanut and a potato. So we are going to meet them next week. So both of them are like asteroids which were tossed by the Jupiter, and we are going to meet them one by one. So the two of the moons of Mars are called Deimos and Phobos. They are like very potato and peanut shaped. It's like they are like this. They'll be rotating one after the other. Anything else you want to ask?
I wish you could tell another story to
Other stories next week.
One story.
Does
only.
anybody know?
So many stories, it will like you will be confused of all things.
Last week
Actually, Abhi, children are waiting for your story.
Oh, more story. I am expected to give only small stories. If I start telling more stories, they'll start to sleep.
this whole week I was just thinking about how Jupiter is bad, but then it's very small.
Yeah, it's very fat, but it has been working out very lot. So it goes to the gym, it goes on the racetrack, it takes care of all its friends. from hitting all the asteroids. So it's like pretty fit. It's working out. It's very big and it's very fit. You can't
Children
just
have
call it
such
as
a
just fat. Fat is just one way of calling it. I am also fat. I am a very fat for an 8-year-old boy.
You're trying to trick us. Okay. So, does anybody know what an asteroid is? What is an asteroid? Any guess?
Anyone?
Asteroid is a broken rock or probably an exploded planet.
Okay.
One at a time. Ishant, do you want to say? Okay. Anybody else wants to say?
I think Samyukta had told the definition.
Okay. Samyu, what was that? I didn't hear you.
The asteroids are probably often exploded planets. They look like rocks.
Okay.
The largest asteroid Sirius was formed into a dwarf planet. It was the largest asteroid.
Correct. Very good. Even in the next 4-5 days, probably, I'm not sure exactly, there is going to be a drone satellite which is going to pick up a small chunk of rock from an asteroid. It's called Osiris Rex. It's right now being tested in a faraway asteroid that is now close to Mars and Jupiter.
What is that? Osiris Rex.
Osiris, OSIRIS, Osiris Rex.
Okay.
It's going to pick up a small, like a chocolate size of stone from the surface of the asteroid, and it's going to bring it back to the Earth in 2023. That is 3 years from now.
3 more years. Okay.
Because how long does it take for us to okay, where are you right now? I know who is the farthest from Chennai. Who is the farthest from Chennai? Who is very far among all these children?
Ishant is father.
Okay, Ishant, how
And
far are you?
father.
Where are you in the world?
Where are you?
Bangalore.
In Bangalore. Okay, so I am in right now in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, Chennai. So it takes for me, if I start walking today, it will take me like August 25th to reach there. That is around 10 days to reach there. Okay, if I start walking every day. And if that happens, I will be very tired. I have to sleep every night. I have to start up and start walking every day. Similarly, a satellite, which is like a small device, like something that is like a size of our laptop or our cell phone, has to travel all the way to the asteroid, go there, pick up that chocolate and come back to the Earth. So it will take a very long time, and it doesn't go in the straight line. If take for example, this is the Earth and this is the satellite. So it's very big satellite. Okay, this is the satellite. So it has to go round and round the planet, and then it has to get tossed. So it goes from 1, 2, 3, goes merry-go-round around the planet, and then it goes away. This is called how many of you can tell me what is gravity? Okay, gravity. Yes, someone is raising their hand. Yes, please. Tell me what is gravity.
Nathan, do you want to say? You raised your hands.
Yes, please.
What is that?
What is gravity?
People down on the surface of the planet
Mm-hmm.
and moon.
Mm-hmm. It's acting on the surface of the planet or the moon. Okay, very good, super. So what happens if I'm not in the planet? This is the planet. Maybe take this as the yellow Earth. So this is the satellite. What if it is away from the planet? What happens to it?
So might just fly.
Oh, it might fly. Okay, it might fly. and where does it go? Which is bigger than our Earth? Which is bigger than our Earth?
Jupiter?
Okay. Even bigger than Jupiter, which is the biggest one in the solar family.
Sun.
Yeah, okay, sun. So what happens? As soon as anything that leaves the Earth's gravity, it starts following the sun. So sun is like the big king in the sky. So whichever is holding on to the sun's gravity through the solar winds, it is called solar wind. It's like a very gush of strong wind that pushes the gravity of the satellite. So 1, 2, 3 merry-go-rounds across the planet Earth, and it will be tossed. So OSIRIS-REx satellite is now merry-go-round across the solar system, and it is right now piggybacking to collect the sand from the asteroid. Yes. I'll try
Is
sending.
it called orbiting?
What did you ask, Anna? Is it going to?
Is it called orbiting?
Yeah, it's called orbiting. Yeah, merry-go-round is called orbiting. Correct. Very good. Oh, you are very smart. I thought you would be very hard to explain it to you, but very good. Orbiting is the right way to tell. Yes.
Okay, let me ask one more question.
Can
How?
I say one more thing?
Yeah, you can say one more thing.
Yeah, please.
One asteroid fell on Earth and destroyed all the dinosaurs.
Okay. You are asking me whether it was the reason?
Yes.
Okay. We are very sure that something must have destroyed all the dinosaurs, because after some period of time there was 3 dinosaur periods: Triassic, Jurassic, and Meosic period. I don't know if it's called Meosic or something like that. So after that there was no dinosaurs, only lot of lizards, crocodiles, all these animals which were under the water or under the cave survived, and they lived for the next thousands and millions of years. We don't know. We are not sure whether the asteroid was the reason or some other thing that happened for them to die, because not everything died in the if there has been an asteroid, because some other animals survived and they become smarter and they become bigger animals. There was no elephants during the Jurassic dinosaur period, but somehow dinosaurs, when they died, they had another family friend who started joining the group, so became bigger animals. So now the world biggest animal is only elephant, maybe a whale, maybe giraffe, and all these things. One became another. It is called evolution. So evolution started happening. Nobody died in the dinosaur when asteroid came and hit.
Okay, one last question. We have 1 more minute. Which planet is the coldest planet?
All the time freezing.
Neptune.
Neptune. Very good.
Neptune.
Yes. Very good.
That was quick. Which planet spins on its tummy?
Tummy rolling.
Tummy rolling. It is
Uranus.
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 Very good.
Awesome.
Saturn is only going on the side. It's not belly rolling.
Abhi, we wish we could make you spin like that on the side, so we never forget.
Okay.
Yeah, right on time. Okay, let's give a round of applause to Abhi for teaching us astronomy. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm not sad. I'm very small. You can call me Abhi. Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye. We are waiting for the next session. Abhi.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I am small.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you all. Thank you, Abhi.
Thank you.